Welcome one and all to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Folks, I want you to know, we had every plan in the world to start tonight's monologue by talking about what I was going to talk about in tomorrow's monologue, the latest January 6th hearing. But we just learned this afternoon that the committee has postponed tomorrow's hearing, saying, quote, no, it's for a good reason. In light of Hurricane Ian bearing down on parts of Florida, we have decided to postpone tomorrow's proceedings. That is understandable. We hope everybody in Florida stays safe. Please, if you can, get out of the storm's path. Worst case scenario, tell Ron DeSantis you're Venezuelan. Maybe he gives you a free plane ride to Martha's Vineyard. One event that will not be delayed is the midterm elections, and things aren't looking great for Republican Senate candidate and vampire distracted. Okay, but how do you really feel? And vampire distracted by your throbbing jugular, Dr. Mehmet Oz. Dr. Oz has been trailing in the polls for the whole race behind Pennsylvania Lieutenant Governor and half-finished Wooly Willie, John Fetterman. Recently, Oz went on a right-wing podcast and pointed out that Fetterman often wears hoodies and cargo shorts on the campaign trail, then tried to use those fashion choices to somehow attack the lieutenant governor, only his insult didn't really come across as very insulting.
When he dresses like that, it's not an accident. He's kicking authority in the balls.
Yeah.
He said, hey, I'm the man. I'll show those guys who's boss.
Yeah. Way to stick it to Fetterman by making him seem cool. I'll tell you, when Fetterman dresses like that, he looks like a man you don't want to mess with, a man who knows what he wants. Also, have you seen how huge he is? I just think I'd feel safe cradled in those burly tattooed arms. Not long after that interview, Fetterman responded with this actual tweet showing his new logo, Fetterman kicking authority in the balls. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you run the Senate. Fantastic. That is fantastic. I don't know about authority, but he definitely just racked Dr. Oz in the nuts. Speaking of people who should be kicked in the balls, Vladimir Putin, his war against Ukraine has been going so badly that last week he ordered a draft. This has been super unpopular, and to avoid it, a lot of Russians are getting the hell out of Dodgski, especially to neighboring Georgia, resulting in a line of over 5,000 cars that's at least 10 miles long. And I'm told we have footage from a helicopter.
Bob, traffic's pretty backed up along the Georgian border, so if you're thinking of fleeing forced conscription, head out early and pack a snack. Now back to Sergey with sports. Permanently, I have a helicopter and I am out of here. See ya, suckers!
Those who haven't managed to flee, Ivan in the sky ski? What was that? Those who haven't managed to flee are finding other ways out of service because mobilized Russians have been calling a hotline to ask how to surrender. We actually called that hotline this afternoon, and we have this recording.
Welcome to the Surrender Hotline. For information on how to surrender, press 1. For showtimes for Minions, The Rise of Gru, press 2. Para español, oprime la estrella.
And to get... Sure. Like the Rise of Gru. That's a good movie. And I get why they want to preemptively surrender. Check out this leaked video of a group of soldiers reportedly being told what to pack for the front lines.
Get your girlfriends and wives to get sanitary pads, the cheapest pads plus the cheapest tampons. You all know what the tampons are for? You shove it right into the bullet wound, and the tampon expands and applies pressure to the wound.
Tampons to plug gunshot wounds. That is awful. Plus, so awkward to ask for. God, I've been shot! Oh, I've been shot. Does anybody have a tampon? Go to the bathroom together. Not everyone is fleeing Russia. Some folks are putting down roots, like NSA whistleblower and grandson who showed up to the funeral dressed like that. Edward Snowden. Ever since leaking details of the NSA's domestic surveillance program, Snowden has been living in exile in Russia. Well, yesterday, it was announced that he was granted Russian citizenship. That is a rough bit of timing, bud. Congratulations, new citizen. Put right hand on potato and repeat after me. I state your name. I state your name, solemnly swear to immediately go to be exploded in Ukraine. Here is passport and weapon, sharpened tampon. Other people. True story. That's based on a true story. Other people are achieving Russian citizenship by force because Putin has made occupied parts of Ukraine vote on joining Russia in sham referendums. And I'm being told we have a copy of that ballot. Should Ukraine join Russia? Da, super da, or da, I'm falling out of the window. Very slippery floors.
Slippery floors, you know?
Very slippery floors
They'll
there.
get you.
A lot of bananas. They eat a lot of bananas in the penthouse. According to one Ukrainian mayor, the get off the vote effort has been exactly what you'd think. They bang loudly, they ring the doorbell, they give people a ballot and point with their rifles where to put the mark. And of course, like all elections, it is being run by elderly volunteers. Ding dong, hello Tavarich, here's your ballot. Vote in the right way or I'll pop a cap in your ass. Okay? All right, there's a bake sale down there if you wanna. Staying overseas in the UK, Buckingham Palace has released King Charles III's official monogram design. Take that, people who say the monarchy is an outdated institution that does nothing. They release monograms. Just in case. Very important. Just in case you want to buy the King of England a bath towel. We have it? Take a look. Okay, that's pretty good. It's classy. Features the king's initial intertwined with the letter R. R for Rex, Latin for king, and intertwined for years of inbreeding. We've got an update. See, he wouldn't like it. He wouldn't. It's a long story. We've got an update from outer space. Last night, I told you about NASA's DART mission, which is a test to see if they could knock a planet-killer asteroid off course and save the Earth. They tried a little mini version of that on a space rock that wasn't presently threatening us, and guess what? The DART mission successfully slammed into the asteroid. There's the slam right there. In your face! In your face, asteroids, planet saved. We think, because even though it was a direct hit, it will take about 2 months for scientists to determine if the asteroid's orbit has changed. So, if this were a real emergency, I'd be telling you folks, we may have saved the planet. We'll find out in 2 months. Until then, there's only one thing to do. Spend time with those you love, and together, sign up for a free 2-month trial of Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus, we're all gonna die. Why not?
Oh, God.
Watch that Yellowstone. You watch that Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah?
That's pretty fun. Mission was tricky. Essentially, they hit a bullet with a smaller bullet that they shot 10 months ago, but they nailed it, earning this joyful celebration of the moment of impact.
3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. Awaiting visual confirmation.
All right. We got it?
Waiting.
Waiting.
And we have impact. A triumph for humanity in the name of planetary defense.
Woo. Fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Oh.
What?
Look at those happy nerds. I'm so happy for them. That is lovely.
It's so nice.
Quite an achievement.
Very nice.
I mean, they hit their target twice when they landed that double high five. And this is a lot like what happens every night with the writers who work here at the Late Show Mission Control. Here they are watching a live feed of last night's opening monologue.
He's
This
setting up the
anecdote
joke.
about running for president. The question I
10,
get asked more than
9,
any other question.
8,
If you had to
7
do it
seconds to
again,
punchline.
would you have
5,
done it? And that's
4,
clearly a lie.
3,
The question he gets
2,
asked more than any other
comedy.
is, do you want fries with that?
We have laughter.
The answer is yes. And the joke landed, and in 2 months, we'll find out if it was funny. We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Samuel L. Jackson and CNN